Police confirm the human remains found in Woodland in Kent are those of missing Londoner Sarah Everard. We have the latest. Tonight, the body found in Kent is that of missing Londoner Sarah Everard. Tonight, a serving police officer remains in custody as questions remain over a planned vigil for Sarah tomorrow. Also ahead. Good evening. For the family and friends of Sarah Everard, it was the news they were all dreading this afternoon. Police confirmed that the body found in Woodland in Kent is that of the missing 33-year-old marketing executive from Brixton. Well, Sarah disappeared more than a week ago after visiting friends in Clapham. Tonight, a serving Met Police officer is still being questioned on suspicion of murder. Well, earlier, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, said he was shocked and deeply saddened at today's news. Ria Chatterjee has the latest. Sarah Everard's tragic death has prompted a nationwide outpouring of shock and anger, with women sharing their own experiences of feeling unsafe or being sexually harassed in public places. A group who planned a vigil to reclaim the streets tomorrow evening on Clapham Common, close to where Sarah went missing, are still waiting to hear from the High Court if that vigil can go ahead. Well, Helen Keenan is on Clapham Common tonight. So, Helen, we're still waiting on a decision from the courts. Next tonight, a former Children's Hospital porter has admitted dozens of sexual offences against young boys. 55-year-old Paul Fowler was described as a prolific sex attacker who carried out at least 500 attacks over a 35-year period. Two of them took place at Great Ormond Street Hospital, where Katie Barnfield. Now, she served a sentence and should have been back home in London by now, but Nazanin ZaghariRatcliff's fight for freedom is far from over. Today, her husband has been speaking about shocking evidence that she was tortured in Iran after she was jailed there on spying charges in 2016. A report handed to the government claims that one of the methods used by Iranian authorities even involved her young daughter. Sam Holder reports. A man from Dagenham who styled himself online as a masked rapper has been found guilty of planning terrorist acts during lockdown. Shahab Abu spent hundreds of pounds on knives, balaclavas and body armour in readiness for his planned attack last summer. Our senior correspondent Ronke Phillips reports. The mother of Caroline Flack says social media companies are failing to protect people from abuse. Ahead of a new documentary about the TV presenter who took her own life in London a year ago, Christine Flack reveals her daughter was unable to escape the onslaught of online bullying. Lewis Warner reports. All right, still to come, how you can... First, a state school in East London has secured more Oxbridge offers for its students than Eton. A record-breaking 55 pupils at Brampton Manor Academy in Newham have received conditional offers to study at Oxford or Cambridge. That's 7 more than Boris Johnson's former college. Antoine Allen reports. Oh, good luck to all of them. Next, since launching in London 30 years ago, more than 200 million copies of The Big Issue have been sold. Over the years, thousands of homeless or vulnerably housed people have been Big Issue sellers. But of course, that wasn't possible during lockdown. Well, now singer Russell Watson has joined forces with the magazine for a special online gig where you get to pick the songs, and it's streaming live on Good Friday. And I'm this evening, first of all, it's called the Big Sing-Along. So how can people get involved and how do they get to pick their own songs? This is intriguing. And also, it's happening on Good Friday. I believe it's April the 2nd, isn't it? If my dates are correct. And it is streaming on the Big Issues YouTube channel. And it is free to watch, but of course, you're encouraging donations as well. But listen, you've really laid out there how people can get involved. But just before we go, because we're almost out of time, last time we talked, you just finished I'm a Celebrity, didn't you, in the Castle in Wales, and you chipped your tooth. Have you fixed your tooth now? The sun came out, didn't it, after all that rain yesterday, but it's still pretty windy out there. So, how's it looking for the weekend? Oh, well, we can give you the weather with Chris in just a moment, or... well, let's just give you a recap of our main story tonight, and that, of course, is that police have sadly confirmed that the body found in the woodland in Kent is believed to be that of Sarah. But it has been pretty windy out there as well, hasn't it? Let's see what it has in store for the weekend. Here is the full forecast now. And finally tonight, a 10-year-old boy with cerebral palsy whose charity challenge was inspired by Captain Sir Tom Moore has been awarded by Richmond Council for his efforts. George Mudrak has struggled to walk for much longer than 15 minutes, but for children in need, he managed to double that and raise more than £7,000 in the process. Martin Stew went to meet him. Well, thanks to George for ending that report from Martin Stew. And that is it from us. We're back with the latest after ITV News at 10. Coming up, Charlene with the ITV Evening News. But from me and the rest of the London team, bye-bye.